He submitted one of the greatest lightweights alive. He beat a legend on the scorecards, and the UFC still passed over him. So now Arman Tsarukyan has a message for the promotion: give me the title shot, or I will find another way to take your gold. Arman Tsarukyan is not a man who sits quietly and waits. The Armenian fighter, known as a Halka Lakats, has been one of the most dangerous lightweights on the planet for years. But despite his credentials, despite his resume, despite doing everything right inside the octagon, the UFC has made a habit of looking the other way when it comes to him. And right now, Tsarukyan has had enough. Here is where things stand. After Tsarukyan submitted Dan Hooker in Qatar, many fans and analysts expected the UFC to reward him with a shot at the lightweight crown. It seemed obvious, it seemed earned. But instead, the promotion moved in a different direction entirely, booking an interim title fight between Justin Gaethje and Paddy Pimblett. Tsarukyan was left on the outside looking in, and he was furious. Now, some of that frustration is tied to his own situation. His conduct away from the octagon reportedly played a role in the UFC's decision to move on without him. But regardless of the reasons, the result is the same. One of the top lightweights in the world has been sitting on the sidelines, keeping himself sharp through wrestling and submission grappling, waiting for his opportunity to get back inside the cage. That opportunity, he believes, is coming soon. In a candid interview, Tsarukyan made his intentions crystal clear. His #1 target is the winner of the upcoming fight between champion Ilia Topuria and Justin Gaethje. He wants that undisputed belt. He wants the real thing. But here is where it gets interesting. When asked what happens if the UFC decides to go in a different direction for the title picture, Tsarukyan didn't hesitate. He said if they offer him the BMF fight against Charles Oliveira, he will take it. He'll fight for that symbolic belt and then use it as a stepping stone to chase the actual championship. Not the most straightforward path, but Tsarukyan is confident. He even put a number on it, 99% sure he beats Oliveira if they meet again. Now let that sink in for a second. Charles Oliveira just beat Max Holloway to claim the BMF title. That is not an easy fight for anyone. Oliveira is a submission wizard, a former world champion, and one of the most dangerous men on the planet below 170 pounds. But Tsarukyan has already beaten him. At UFC 300, in a competitive and hard-fought battle, Tsarukyan survived some very difficult moments and got the decision victory over the Brazilian legend. He knows what Oliveira brings. He's already solved that puzzle, and yet he still calls it a dangerous option. Because he knows. One mistake against Do Bronx and the conversation changes completely. Tsarukyan even said it himself. If he cannot get past Oliveira, what is the point of pushing further? That kind of honesty is rare, and honestly, it says a lot about where Tsarukyan is mentally. He is not delusional, he respects the danger, but he also believes in himself enough to accept that risk and still chase the title by any road available. Whether the UFC gives him the direct path or not, he is determined to find his way back to the top. And if a BMF belt with Oliveira is what it takes, he is willing to walk through fire to get there. So here is the question for you. Should the UFC just give Tsarukyan the lightweight title shot he deserves, or does he need to earn his way back through another big fight first? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because this debate is far from over. And if you want more MMA content like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because we cover every angle of this sport, every single week.